Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Leo for the month of April, including late March 2025. So Leo, we are in your cousin sign of Aries. So the element is fire. So lots of forward moving energy this month. Very common for you, very sort of at home type of energy, moving forward. You are in your ninth house of far horizons, so all sorts of looking out to the far horizons with study, with all sorts of study, travel, all this kind of energy that really makes you look outwards to what you want to achieve, where you want to go. Do you want to study new things? Have you got new aspirations to improve whatever you're doing in your life? So let's see. We have Temperance. No, we don't. We have Judgment. So we have karmic debt having been paid off. So now it's really time to look towards the future, look toward the horizon and see, okay, what's next? What's next? Where am I going? What do I want to achieve? Do I want to go on a trip this year? Where do I want to go? Really sort of, how do my views sit with the world? It's quite a worldly card actually if you think about it, Leo. Okay, so let's see where you are right now. We have Eight of Cups. So walking away from a situation that really emotionally has no more to give. You have no more to give it. It has no more to give you. So it's time to just sort of move away from that. And what a better time than the ninth house to do that, to actually go, oh, okay, look, this is coming to its point where really I feel like, yeah, it's time for me to move on. Now, as we know, it's all a transitory process. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's about that emotional connection where you just go, yeah, I think I've actually come to a point. So let's see a point to walk away or just to start looking for something new, actually, Leo. So let's see what the influencing card is, which will influence in this and the rest of the reading. And we have the Magician. So you have every potential to do whatever it is you want to do. The Magician is amazing because that is that energy coming through you, Leo, to go, come on, right, what's next? What's the next goal or you want to set up for yourself? Where are you going next? What is it? You have the potential. You know there's risk. And I guess risk stops a lot of people from moving on because they just think, oh no, what if it doesn't work out? But then again, the brave ones, it's just say, okay, that's 50-50, let's just do it. I've got all the tools here to do whatever I want. I've got the feeling and the energy to do it. So let's just start looking at it. Let's get that ball rolling. Amazing card, actually. Two big cards so far already, Leo. So let's go in the background and see what February, March was bringing you in Pisces time. Yeah, Five of Wands. A lot of obstacles, a lot of holdback, a lot of, oh my God, you know, I'm never going to get to the end of this hideous time. Really difficult sometimes, the Five of Wands, but it is a card of the antidote for the Five of Wands is just to navigate around the obstacles. So a bit of an obstacle course there, feeling like, and feeling also held back, like what the hell, how do I get through this? Every time I solve one problem, another one sort of jumps up in front of me. So that energy is there, but then again, we're looking at this journey through. So we're going to kind of step by step see how to kind of solve this problem or solve where it is you should be going next and looking out rather than inward or rather than just where you're at and just seeing what's coming next. Recent influences, and we have the King of Cups, very much the wounded healer, very much the energy of kings are always about a real person, but it's about emotions and about how you may have been feeling, especially in Pisces time, hugely emotional time, which can sort of drag us down to the bottom of the ocean and think, oh my God, I've hit the rock bottom. But yeah, King of Cups is very much about that emotional energy, that a lot of it, expending a lot of emotional energy there with that King of Cups. And that might be your partner or somebody in your life that you just think, oh my God, not again. Here, this person is heavy going. But then again, Pisces is a great time to sort of just move through that sort of energy with that sort of stuff coming through, or that sort of friend or partner or father or whoever this King of Cups is to you. He's kind of blocked in a way. He's quite blocked in terms of his emotions, so it can be quite draining, if you know what I'm saying, that energy. He's more about the energy rather than the actual who it is, you know, as well. The lesson, Two of Cups, so the contractual, beautiful soulmate card. So there it is sitting there, and it can also be a something that you are very firmly attached to, a passion of yours, or a sort of job or a project that you want to get going as well, can be really brought to fruition in this time. So remember that too. It's very much give and take with the Two of Cups as well, Leo. So whatever that means to you, whether it is an actual passion or project you're attached to, or if it is a person, and if it is a person, this King of Cups, well, that's sort of that very emotional stuff. So you've got to be, do you want to stay with it or do you want to leave it? And that's what the Eight's saying. You know, maybe it's time to just move away from it for a while and focus on other things for a while. If it's too draining, you need to do that just for a while. Near future. And we have the Knight of Wands coming in, so the energy changing very drastically to lots of forward-moving energy, planning, travelling, having a great time. You may be going on short trips within your country, wherever you are, or something like that, just quick short trips. A lot of movement, a lot of things happening, and that's no surprise in the time of Aries either. But yeah, once again, this is a really nice card to have in terms of, you know, just the energy being sort of really revved up. It could be somebody too that you want to move away from here, that is moving away from you anyway. So, you know, there may be a younger sort of more, it's an immature energy, this one, whereas the Kings are more mature, allegedly, but usually it talks about the maturity rather than the age of somebody, because you can have an immature 70, 60, 50-year-old very easily. So yeah, fast moving energy coming in. So someone's either leaving the place or the situation, or the energy is just going to be full throttle, happy energy coming through and travelling and moving. What's happening you're not realising, and we have the Eight of Swords, so don't give your personal power away at any account. Just keep your power to yourself. Don't be saying yes, yes when you mean no, no. That's a big card here, so you just have to learn to sort of really speak up for a bit here, because as we're seeing, this situation has been a bit, it's like it's sort of really drained you of a lot. So you need to stand up and say, actually, it's a no from me. How others see you. Going with the flow, going with the flow. So as I said earlier, with the Magician here, you know, you've got all the potential in the world. There are risks, but you're just going to sit with it for a bit. You're just going to sit with it. So there's some kind of situation here, and I feel like somebody else is, there is a sense of some, well, of course, of somebody else in here, and they're kind of watching you like this and watching you just kind of going with the flow, but they're trying to work out what you're doing, but don't let them. Don't let them know. Keep this going with the flow happening, Leo, because it could be to your benefit. And it's about you. It's not about the other person involved in this whole story for you this 4 weeks. Do you hear me? That is a good thing to be, a good card to have as how others see you. Keep your cards very close to your chest and go with the flow for now. Positive feelings. And 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, so big energy here to let go of things. So you've been hanging on really tight to something, and I kind of get the feeling, yeah, for a very good reason. This may be work as well. I'm feeling like for a lot of Leos, this is all about work. So hanging on to this situation, you've got to let go of it, because I feel like whatever you're up against or whoever you're up against, they're an immature energy. So you have the upper hand anyway. You have the second chance. That's your energy. So karmic debt has been paid off. So let that go and let it go. You know, and there, when you let it go, something new can come. If you keep hanging on, that situation's going to keep broiling and boiling and bubbling and toiling away, and in the end you'll just, yuck, it's not going to be good. The outcome. And then we get an Ace of Wands and going, yes, brand new beginning. So I feel like you are going to let go of things. You are going to let go. You are going to be the bigger person in this in this story. I'm going to put, so new beginnings and energy to do it. So you're going to finish the 4 weeks with a bang, Leo. So I feel like whatever this is, you're going to be victorious. And I'm going to put a card on this Knight of Wands, because I don't know, there's just something about that it just drew to me. Let's clarify you. The Swan, transformation, trusting the psychic gifts. Wow. 12. The card represents a transformation from one state to another, from the ugly duckling to the beautiful swan. This signals a period of growth that will ultimately be life-changing. The swan says that you may change so much that you may not recognize yourself in the end. Most important, it's time to honor and love this change within yourself, for then only the most beautiful reflection will shine back at you from the mirror of your life. The swan says, dive in and dive in, you will love who you become. It also reminds you that you need to trust your intuition and your psychic gifts to guide you as you go through the process of wonderful and ultimate change. The swan is the companion of the high priestess, who has the ability to part the mists that serve to separate Avalon from the physical world. The swan can dive into the lake on her behalf and find treasure that the human eye cannot see. The swan reminds you to see with your heart, listen with your spirit, and the whole world can be magically transformed. Oh my God, Leo, I love it. I love it. So thank you so much for listening. I know you're going to do this. Have a great 4 weeks.